Anyway, a team that might be snake bit after this news landed are the San Jose Sharks, because the NHL announced Saturday that it would be investigating the San Jose Sharks forward Evander Kane after it was alleged that he bet on games and intentionally might have lost some games for profit. His wife Anna alleged this on social media in a series of scathing Instagram stories. Anna Kane detailed her husband's NHL betting habits and lavish vacationing parties and much more. The quote was from the Instagram story: "Can someone ask the commissioner, Gary Bettman, how they let a player gamble on his own games, bet and win with bookies on his own games?" So those are serious allegations. And again, right now they're only allegations, but they were enough. And I think Kane's history is enough for the NFL, or the NHL rather, to look into this, which they have. They've launched a full investigation into these allegations, adding that the integrity of our game is paramount and the league takes these allegations very seriously. What's also kind of made this a bigger story is that Kane, who again plays for the San Jose Sharks, has had financial problems in the past. You know, he's 29 years old. He filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy earlier this year. He made $3 million, but he owes hundreds of thousands of dollars in gambling debts that have occurred throughout the past few years. So there's a bit of a shoddy history with him. And again, these are at this point still allegations, but very serious and could very seriously hurt not only the Sharks, not only Kane himself, but the NHL also. So, Andrew, talk to me about this. We've seen the similar scandals, involving, not players, but in the NBA, we had the referee. But this is much more serious, because this is like point shaving levels of bad. You are trying to throw games. How bad is this?
Oh, this is. See, hockey is a weird sport too to throw games, because honestly, like, as much as people want to sit there and they'll argue like, oh, you can't really, they'll say like in certain sports you can't throw games. As long as you're on the ice or on the field, or you know what I'm saying, as long as you're like on whatever you're playing on, you can throw the game. I think he's a left winger. So, because people have asked, like, how could he possibly throw the game? Well, for starters, whatever side he's on, he could really not defend, not hustle for a couple like loose pucks or something like that. You know what I mean? There's that aspect of it. Personally, the NHL, I don't know how they let this happen. Like, they must have been getting loose with their rules. Was he giving the money to somebody else to place these bets? Was he like, they got to find all this stuff out, because they can't be letting this stuff happen. At least, someone like me who's big into sports betting, I'm not saying I condone this, but, he could have at least let me know he was going to do it. I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I mean, look, he probably could have let all of us know that he was doing this. Although if he had done that, it probably wouldn't have been this big a problem. He would have been out of the league. But no, this to me, like, again, these are allegations. Evander Kane has not been, convicted of anything. He's not been, the NHL has not come out and said that he is guilty of whatever he's doing. So let's take this with a grain of salt. But if we're asking how serious can these allegations be, I think they can be very detrimental, not only for Kane, who I think at this point, if these things are true, he has all this gambling debt and he has been gambling on games. And I hope he gets help, because again, man, like, if you're making these decisions, that shows you have an impulse problem and you probably need some sort of help, like whether it be like mental health guidance or whatever. But if they are true, then you can be rest assured he's going to be banned from the game. That's the first thing that's going to happen. He's going to be banned from hockey forever. He's never going to be able to attend another hockey game, all that kind of stuff. He's going to be full banned from the NHL. He's probably going to be banned from multiple other leagues as well, up in Canada, Russia, wherever. He might have to go. I don't even know if he'll ever even play again at that point. But the other thing that's going to happen is here's the thing. The NHL is a sport that people pay. It's very similar to the MLB. Unless you're a huge fan of hockey, you only pay attention two times: when the championship tournament or the playoffs are going on, or when a scandal like this happens. Those are the only two times people pay attention to sports like baseball and hockey, if you're not already a fan of one of those sports. And we saw it with the MLB, Andrew. We saw it with the MLB. When the Astros scandal happened, what happened? You had ESPN, Fox Sports, everyone who barely talked about baseball, barely mentioned it before. Everyone jumped on it because it was a scandal. It was a juicy story. And you can expect the same thing to happen here. You know, Stephen A. Smith is gonna become an expert on hockey overnight. So is Max Kellerman. So is Molly Quorum. So is everyone. They're just gonna become an expert at ESPN on hockey, and then you're gonna see everyone come out and condemn hockey as a sport where they allowed this to happen. And look, if the NHL allowed this to happen, that's on them. That's on them. Like, it's on Evander Kane for doing it, but it's also on the NHL for finding out this way through his wife claiming it in an Instagram post. That shows you how weird and corrupt the system is. So for the NHL, this could be a very big story, and unless they come down against it hard, don't do what the MLB did with the Astro scandal, where you didn't do anything to the players who were involved and punish other people. The NHL, if this is true, needs to come down hard and make sure players know you will lose your lifeline. You will lose the ability to make money playing this sport for our league if you do this. And if they don't, it's going to send a message that this type of behavior is not only tolerable, but you can't. But it has virtually no consequences for you. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.